bankruptcy dispute letters. So let me show you what you'll actually do to delete those bankruptcies off of your credit reports. So to delete a bankruptcy off your credit reports, you can send out the regular dispute letters. I've gotten it deleted, just send out the regular dispute letters. But if the bankruptcy do not want to come off, and you like, I need to get this off, Rakita. Oh my gosh, what do I do? Let me get this account off. I need to get it off. Then what you'll do is you send out this letter. But what you'll do with this letter is you don't send it to the credit bureaus. You send it to the bankruptcy court. Now I have the actual bankruptcy court here for Milwaukee. But I don't care where you're at. Just Google bankruptcy court and put your city. That's it. And then you'll have the address and I'll show you what to do. Now, sometimes people always say, don't send out the letter to the bankruptcy court at the one that you're at. Just send it to any bankruptcy court. Send it to the one in a different state. So say if you're in a different state, use my Milwaukee address. If you're in Milwaukee, use a different state. Use like Georgia, Florida, Texas, wherever you want to use one at. In Indiana, Ohio, use a different state, but that's fine. So let me show you what you actually do. So for the current date, I'm going to put today's date here. I'll put my name, address, and date of birth. Name of the creditor and the address. So we don't have an actual creditor as in a regular company. So let's copy bankruptcy court. You'll copy that and you'll put it here where it says name. And then you'll also, that's really big, you guys. So make that smaller. Don't make it that big. Let's make that smaller, y'all. That's more like it. And then go ahead and copy this address that's here. So copy this address. Okay, and to whom it may concern, they have all information here, so don't worry about that information. All you'll do is put your name here at the bottom. And remember, you don't have to sign or anything. Just go ahead and type in your name here. So type in your name here, and then you'll mail it to this address here. Now, when you mail it to this address here, you need to get a separate envelope, right? Get a separate envelope. And act like you're mailing a letter to yourself. So you'll put your name on that envelope as if you're mailing it to yourself. So if you're mailing a letter to yourself, remember on a regular envelope, you have the information here from the person it came from. Where it's going will be right here. And then you'll put a stamp on it. So what you should do is actually put the bankruptcy court information here. Put your information here. And then also put a stamp on the envelope. Wrap that, fold the envelope up. And put it inside the envelope with this letter. Because what they're going to do is they're going to send you a separate letter. But if you don't have the extra envelope so they can send something back to you, they're not going to pay to send you something. That's basically what I'm saying. Now, if you have something in there already, then they'll type up that letter for you and send you something back. They'll put it in that envelope that you gave them with your information on it. So make sure you fold up an envelope with your personal information on there. Your personal information is your name and your address so that they can mail it back to you. So put that envelope in this envelope. So you'll fold up this letter here and you'll put another envelope in there with your information on it. Remember, you put your information here as if you sending something to yourself and you're going to have a stamp on it already. So all they have to do is type that letter, throw it in that envelope and send it back to you, right? So they're going to actually send you a letter saying, hey, we do not verify anything for the credit bureaus. So remember, everything had to be 100% verifiable and accurate on your credit report, remember? So the credit bureau said, hey, we got something from the bankruptcy court that said it was yours. That's why we verified this account. And you're going to say, hold on. How did y'all verify this account when I got a letter from the bankruptcy court saying it's not mine? So that's the reason why you'll actually send out this letter to the bankruptcy court so that they can send that letter back. So you can send the credit bureau that copy of the letter too and say, hey, I caught you up in your lie. Delete the bankruptcy now. Stop playing. So that's what you'll actually do. But remember too, the biggest part of this is, yeah, you type up this letter, but this letter means nothing. It doesn't mean anything if you do not send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the bankruptcy court in the same envelope, so that when they type up the letter, they can just throw it in the envelope that you already stamped and provided for them with your information on it to send it back to you. So that's all you have to do for the bankruptcy. Remember, after you do this and you get this letter back, you're going to send out a round 1 letter to the credit bureau, basically saying, hey, caught you up in your lie. Don't say the same thing again. That's what that's going to mean. So let me know if you have any questions for you. Remember, my phone number is 414-255-0803.